We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth. And we need to stand up to this authoritarian. We need to stand up at this moment. If you've got issues with what I'm putting out, you sure as hell should have concerns about what he's putting out as president.
We have noticed a certain politician lighting up social media with long partisan tirades written in all caps, no less. Nope, not President Trump, but Gavin Newsom, California Democratic governor, who has taken an increasingly combative approach to Trump as he positions himself for a potential 2028 bid. My panelist brags. So just a look at some of the tweets here. All capital letters, Trump, and very Trump-like. It's obviously trying to goad Trump and get attention. Mm-hmm. Successful tactic?
It's certainly working for Newsom, right? I mean, if you look at the fundraising, I believe he raised over $6 million within the first week of making this redistricting announcement. So he's getting attention. He's developing a small dollar donor base, in other words, and those are things you need to have if you want to run for president. The thing is, for Newsom, it feels like he's kind of been all over the map this year, right? If you remember back to the beginning of the year after Trump was elected, he launched a new podcast, had on people like Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon. So it sort of feels like he's trying to find his footing as to what direction he's trying to go.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good point, because during those podcasts, he was moderating on some social issues like trans women playing in sports, male sports. Now this is a very different approach. It's a combative take on Trump head on.
Yeah, it seems, I think that's a great point Alice just made. It seems that he's trying to figure out what message translates. And what I think a lot of politicians are learning in our current media landscape is different messages on different mediums speak to different types of people, different types of voters. And so you can see him speaking a certain way on social media, not just to troll Trump, but also to get the enthusiasm from a certain segment of the Democratic base that wants to see fighters. But then if he goes on a certain type of podcast, his message is a little bit different because he knows the listeners of that podcast are a little bit different. And then when he's speaking to Democrats, maybe like high dollar donors in a private fundraiser, that message might be even different from the previous two. And that's kind of modern politics, so he's playing the game. But I think he is also trying to figure out what works.
Gavin Newsom appears to be enjoying himself, right? And candidates who enjoy themselves, they don't always win, but they catch fire for a moment. And the challenge for him, and we have a long way to go before 2028, is he able to go sort of bottle this energy and save it and then unleash it when he needs it, which is the primaries in the states that we don't even know which states are going to be crucial and dispositive in 2028 in the Democratic primary states. That's his challenge. Can he keep this momentum up? But for now, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, and look, the California Democratic voters seem to be enjoying it too. This is a poll that came out recently showing really a shift in more favorability towards Gavin Newsom. This is a choice for candidate if 2028 presidential primary was tomorrow. This is among, again, California Democratic voters. Newsom, number one, above Kamala Harris. The same polls showed that they were excited about Newsom as the possibility of a Democratic candidate than Kamala Harris herself. But does that translate outside of California?
Yeah.
South Carolina or
right.
wherever else.
Exactly. I mean, that's a question. This is a poll 3 years before the election. You definitely don't want to peak now because that's not a really good sign. But he has nothing to lose. He took on the president in this redistricting fight, as we've all talked about here around this table repeatedly today. It has really worked for the party. The party has embraced it. The party wants this fight. And Gavin Newsom is channeling that anger and that energy right now. And so he's gonna keep doing it.
And he's gotten attention from MAGA media. I mean, he was gone after Fox News hosts. He has Sean Hannity talking about him, Dana Perino talking about him. And as a Politico article says that Newsom is holding a mirror up to MAGA, and MAGA doesn't like what it sees.
Yeah, look, he's figured out how to get attention, and that's something that's really important when you want to run for president. The question is, how does this play out over the next few years? Because as Hans said, we've got a long way to go here.
Yeah, we certainly do, and we'll see. Look, this ballot initiative, the redistricting fight, assuming it goes through, perhaps that'll be a win for him. But potentially, if it goes south, then that could be a big problem. So, as you say, a lot of questions ahead as we get to 2028, but we'll be here to dissect it all for you.